If you want to be part of ensuring the existence of one of the few professional gaming media outlets that isn't being ruined, go to patreon.com/secondwindgroup and please consider giving whatever you can spare. Welcome back to Yahtzee Tries, where following on from our coverage of top-down sandbox police-based destroy-everything without consequence game The Precinct, we move on to Deliver at All Costs, a top-down sandbox non-police-based destroy-everything without consequence game where that's actually the intended experience. Our first job is to start the day. Alright, done that. Use LT and RT to drive. Oh!
That was your first time driving! I don't know if I ever want to drive with you.
Yeah. We play a down-on-his-luck bloke looking for work in a highly exaggerated portrayal of 1950s America, who, as the title suggests, must take a job delivering shit in his beat-up old car that was made in the time before crumple zones were a thing. I like to think I'm a good driver, but every time I'm driving my wife, I keep noticing her subtly grip the handle on the passenger side door. And see, we're talking to Lee Harvey Oswald right now. As The Precinct, and indeed the original 2D Grand Theft Auto has discovered, controlling vehicles from this perspective feels pretty wonky. Partly from the way our perspective is way above the car, so we're distanced from getting a feel for the turning and the immediate nearby terrain. Partly from the way we can't see beyond a short radius around the car, and driving at top speed is as good as playing Russian roulette.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. Why would I trim this beautiful thing?
Without wishing to discourage, it does look a bit like you've just drunk a very thick chocolate milkshake. Just gonna deliver. Oh shit. But this is a reality that Deliver at All Costs very consciously plays into, as our lovably clumsy protagonist apologizes his way through smashing light poles, knocking down fences, and killdozering his way through entire fucking buildings with a surprisingly in-depth physics system. Oh my goodness, but the wheel fell off the truck!
Oh my god, wait a minute.
A delivery will be made as soon as I very slowly walk it over to the space. But, are you all right, sir? Can I get you anything? And yet, in the missions I played in the first hour of the game, I felt like I was struggling to indulge in the reckless abandon. There are a lot of talky cutscenes setting up the main gameplay loop that I think were taking themselves a touch too seriously. And then when I finally was back in gameplay, destroying my way through town didn't evoke the cathartic glee I was after.
Yes.
I'm the king of 50s America. I can't hear you, plot. I'm destroying buildings. And you. I think that might be a matter of pushback. GTA works because if you start going kill crazy, the cops come after you and it's a pain in the ass if they catch you. Knowing the game will try to stop you is part of the fun of being naughty.
No, not Rampage.
Oh shit! My car exploded. Oh well, I'll just get another one. That is a suboptimal number of melons. I got hit in the melon. In Deliver at All Costs, it took 3 killdozered buildings to make 1 cop car show up. They were easily evaded, and even when I was caught, all that happened was a quick fade out and fade up, and I was next to my car in the exact same spot.
Holy
oh shit! Now the cops
Jesus
are after
Christ!
me. Oh my god, the game actually pushed back.
Look at you!
Man, how was I supposed to flee that cop? That cop was stuck to me like glue. I don't know though, I definitely need more time with this to see how the missions make the most of the core gameplay. It could be I was one tutorial mission away from unlocking the crank style mechanic that will make my character's heart stop if he goes 30 seconds without breaking someone's kneecap. And our next game was the Wordplay demo, yet another game by Mr. Game Maker's Toolkit Mark Brown himself, who I feel like only just brought out a game with his mind over magnet thing. But hell, the dude likes making games, enough respect. I won't throw shade. Oh, I don't get anything but easy mode in the demo. What kind of rube do you think I am?
This is right up, yeah. I look at this and my neck starts to twitch. All of these jumbled up letters.
Although I might point out that I've played about 9 different games that have tried to pull off the Bullatro but Scrabble thing, Wordatro and OMG words to name but 2. But I'll try this one out because me and word games are like Popeye and spinach, with much the same effect, except making my ego bulky instead of my forearms. Hi, Mr. Wasp. You know what? He's not bothering me, so he's cool. Emotional.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
wait.
Hold the phone.
Hold on. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause for Yahtzee.
Wordplay I found compelling enough to not notice the end of the stream as it flashed by, which is always a good sign. It all goes together functionally enough. The power-ups on display works pretty well for the format. I liked how the game encourages the entry of long words, rather than merely gaming the system to create the highest scores. It's coming up with long words that makes me feel like a sesquipedalian apotheosis. Ooh, bazinga. Jay, suck my dick, game.
Did you just like rage at a word puzzle game? Son of a bitch! Suck my cock. Start with the J. What kind of bullshit? Bullshit, ref.
But I feel much the same way I did playing Mind Over Magnet in that it all looks very flat and functional. Once again, very obviously more the work of a designer than an artist. In brief, it's just not sexy enough. Lemony.
I'm sorry, that can't be a word.
I'm sorry to disappoint, but it is.
What? What is a lemonier?
More lemony. If you play Scrabble and you ever replace your tiles, you're a sucker. Balatro is made compelling with legions of colourful visual effects and animations to please the eyeballs, not to mention the array of jokers grinning down at you to give you an incentive to wipe the smiles off their fucking faces. Wordplay, in contrast, is just words in boxes. Wouldn't look out of place as a mobile game. It is still a demo, of course, and there's plenty of time to change things, maybe partner with someone who is an artist, who can hammer out some pleasing visual theme. Greco-Roman columns, perhaps, or draw every letter on the back of a delighted pig. We should get in touch with Mark Brown and see if he's up for setting up an exhibition match.
You hear that, Mark Brown? Yahtzee versus you, the creator of the game, whose words will reign supreme. We're putting it out there. Clip it, send it to him. Go.
Okay, I need to get out of this fucking round.
As Yahtzee is struggling with this current round.
Our next game was To a T, the new game by developer of Katamari Damacy, Keita Takahashi, a sentence that has had to do a lot of work over the years, as it was also the reason I tried his last two games, Nobby Nobby Boy and Watam, only to discover that neither had much in the way of Katamari Damacy's classic gameplay, or indeed much in the way of gameplay at all. Oh no, I smashed my elbows against the baseboard in the night. Well, now it's a Katamari dev game. Are we like disabled or something? Like,
no, we've got cursed.
Our elbows are fused together? I've long held the belief that Keita Takahashi is more an artist than a game designer, and Katamari being an example of excellent game design was a freak occurrence or strange creative phase from which he has since moved on. Okay.
How are you gonna go to the bathroom?
I'm gonna just like sprinkler all over the bedroom.
Is it a circle?
Alright, that is a fully patrolled yard. Sadly, that trend hasn't let up with To a T, in which we play an ordinary Japanese high school kid doing ordinary things like going to school, eating his breakfast and buying sandwiches from a giraffe, except our arms are permanently locked in a T pose. Yes, mustard cords. Mustard cords. I feel like I'm at the farmer's market.
Mustard cords.
Where are my shoes?
Oh.
Need lots of energy. I don't know if there are people in the real world with this particular disability, but if there are, this game is probably going to piss them off, because we end up using our condition to fly, in a fairly straight rip-off of the Dumbo formula.
Snake of the Garden says, "How will he make children?" Though you could do it. You can make a ton of sex with your arms stretched out.
Yeah, this might surprise you, but it's not your arms stretching out that will be the problem. I should be spilling more stuff.
It'd be all over your uniform.
This should be hilarious.
Wait, he didn't. Was he born this way? Could you imagine that birth if he was T-posed?
Oh god. I was expecting something in the Octodad area where we attempt to perform normal tasks while struggling with really ungainly controls that send physics objects hilariously flying everywhere. Instead, I got a rather insipid linear sequence of challenges in which the game told me what button to press, and I pressed the button. Oh, that's gross.
I like it.
He can bend his torso. He's not paralyzed in the spine. Just gonna urinate out of my mouth. Alright, ready to school. And the bullies. I hate it, they all hang their coats on me. You should expect something closer in spirit to an interactive, quirky slice-of-life Japanese kids show about learning to appreciate your true strengths, even if you are stricken with freakish, permanently locked elbows. Again, sorry if that's a real disability. Hello, giraffe lady. Do you happen to know where the sandwich shop is? Man, you think you get bullied at school. Imagine being the giraffe.
Damn, look at you, zoot scooting.
Stuff! There's stuff here!
Oh my god, coins! Oh my god.
On that level, it's mildly amusing. I liked the one character who's a giraffe and sings a song about making sandwiches. Here's hoping Keita Takahashi remembers how game mechanics work next time he's passing through our orbit like Halley's fucking comet. And our final game was the demo for Easy Delivery Company, an indie game about delivering packages in a version of PS1-era Silent Hill, populated entirely by Animal Crossing villagers. Available jobs? That one. Oh god, this map.
Don't run him over. You almost ran that cat over.
Sorry. I was intrigued by it because I saw gameplay footage of a small Japanese truck navigating a sandbox world, and I guess I've been spoiled by Promise Mascot Agency. Well, this is more Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
Oh!
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you can lose boxes.
Also, I think if you walk outside too much, I think you might freeze to death.
Oh, cool. Let's do that. Easy Delivery Company's title certainly lets you know what you're in for. You request a delivery job, pick up a box, and take it to another part of a sandbox map that's not big or varied enough to be interesting to explore, but is big enough to be slightly annoying to have to drive back and forth across over and over again.
I don't like the back. The shit in the back is just really wiggling.
Ah, she'll be right. You only really need one pizza.
Well,
Now we're Daddy's big boy.
Now we're Daddy's big boy. If you get that cold that quickly, I feel like those pizzas are fucked.
No idea how much of the final game is represented by this experience, of course, but the stated intention does seem to be to create a nice cozy zone-out experience, simulating all the exciting fun of driving through a mostly empty town in thick fog. And that certainly is provided. I do feel enough crumbs of intrigue were provided to make me curious to see what the full experience might offer. The little side mission to turn on radio towers, Ubisoft, lol. That's the sort of mysterious little thread I'd like to pull on when I have a moment between deliveries. Boy, I can't see a fucking thing. I wonder if the radio station has that one song from Spider-Man 2. You know the one. The pizza song.
The pizza song. I thought it was going to be the Nickelback song. And they say that a hero...
Give me some shit. It also pulls off that sense of dread that comes not with overt threat or jumpy outy monsters, but just by a faintly uncanny vibe. Walking the knife edge where you're not entirely sure how much the game intends to live up to the Silent Hill comparison. Maybe there's a monster behind you following from a distance, or maybe you need to clean your rearview mirror. We here at Second Wind are well into our second year as a content-producing powerhouse, and we're hoping to keep going into a third, and perhaps even dare we dream a fourth. By donating as little as $1 a month to our Patreon, you can be a part of helping us keep going. Well, subscribe to the $5 tier and you can enjoy all kinds of extra content we keep under the table for the special customers. I myself have been indulging my hobby of making long-form videos in which I explain the lore of video game franchises I don't know much about, as well as some exclusive interviews and other experimental videos I and my colleagues are creating on a monthly basis. Maybe you'll enjoy them, maybe you'll want to join the Patreon so you can tell us they suck. Either way helps the creative process. If you want to be part of ensuring the existence of one of the few professional gaming media outlets that isn't being ruined and or shut down by corporate bastards, go to patreon.com/secondwindgroup and please consider giving whatever you can spare. And if you don't want to do any of that either, I don't know, take up cycling, it's good core exercise. My wife was offended last night because she dropped a bag of popcorn on the floor and Toffee didn't eat it.
Wow.
She's like, oh, not good enough for you, is it?
I'm going to devote my summer to video essays where I answer questions nobody has asked, and nobody cares about the answer to. So, there you go. Was anyone in Greek mythology having a good time? Everyone seems like they're having a bad time.
Hades got to get his leg over Persephone. She was goddess of spring, way out of his league.
Oh!
Well, I rub stuff on chicken for a living, my friend. I tell you, I get the herbs and spices. Blast chords. Play the tense theme music from Metal Gear Solid. Dun 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 dun.
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we just get all the buildings and put them all together in one place? Would that be a crazy notion?
Yeah, everyone should just move to get... Like, what if we created a walkable town?